Alrighty, let's do this. What I'm going to try to do today is give you a complete tutorial on making a long shot on the brown bear on VDB. It's going to be a rather long video, but I'm trying not to miss anything. I hope you enjoy it. I also hope it doesn't get too boring for you. So let's go and see what we can do here. First thing, let's switch to our hunter mate so you can see exactly where our tent's located. Nothing special about it, except it's just a little over 400 meters from the bait barrel. We're going to walk down there. I'm not going to bore you with the walk, so we'll catch you at the barrel. Alrighty, here we are at the barrel. You can see where it's located here on the side of the hill, down close to the river. You can also see a tree stand there with somebody in it. That's my little hunting buddy. He's my second set of eyes at the bottom of the hill. Primary reason for having him here is to keep getting bored to death while you're sitting up there on that hill with nothing to do, waiting for a bear to walk in the render. Makes it a little easier to sit there if you know there's something down here. So we're going to fast travel to the tent at the top, and we'll pick you up there. Here we are at the top of the hill. Nothing special about this location, again, except that it's 400 meters from the barrel. I'm going to walk to the bottom just to show you, in case you want to start up here, where you have to go to bring the bears into render from the top of the hill. I'll catch you down there. Okay, here's our little knoll. Everybody knows this knoll. It's easy to find on a map. Down here's our little shelf. And if we go down here and stop before we fall over the edge, it's the place you can come to bring the barrel and any bears that might happen to be at the bottom. They'll both come into render and you'll be able to see them. Might add right here that you'll notice the hunter mate is 12 o'clock. You always start, there it is, there's a barrel. You'll always start this hunt in the late morning, primarily because it's too dark to see down there before about 12 o'clock. So that's the whole reason for starting this late in the day. If you look up the hill, that rock right there is where the shot is made from. So let's go to the rock. Okay, we're coming up on a rock, and this is no secret. Everybody knows where it is. You can climb up on top of the rock, but the best place to make your shot is right here beside the rock, snuggled up just as close as you can get. And if we take a look down, there's our barrel. If we hadn't gone down to the bottom, we would not have been able to see the barrel where it is now. So that's the whole reason for doing that. If you notice where the green, let me get back on that. If you notice where the grass meets the barrel, meets the beach, that's how far up a bear's got to come in order for you to see it. And that's a pretty good ways from the barrel. Once he comes into render there, you can then see him walk all the way to the barrel. Now, he does go out of render just as he passes the barrel. So that's a pretty critical part of the timing here. You have to be able to hit that bear just before he goes out of render at the barrel. Always pick a day with a few clouds, Actually, if you check the leaves at the tent when you come in at the bottom, you can see how hard the wind's blowing. And it's a very good idea to bring your wind indicator with you, just so you can see what's going on, not only here, but at the base of the hill down there at the barrel. Well, I guess that's all I can tell you for now. I'm not going to sit here. We'll be back to you when we got something to shoot at. All right, that's a hit. Looks like it might be a little longer than the last one. Well, I didn't want to bore you with hours of sitting here waiting, but I just made the long shot on the brown bear. Got it on a live stream here. Now I've just got to wait a few minutes, give the bear a chance to die before it can go down. Don't know how long this shot will be, but it'll be close. Doesn't look like much down there right now, but a desolate beach. But when the bears come in, they have to come up the hill far enough to come into render. Once they do, then you just got to find one that takes just exactly the right path to get down there. Once you find that, then you got to time your shot. I did some calculations on this at one time. Got my little stopwatch out here handy. And the recurve bow, which is what I'm using here, from the time you've got the bear in your binoculars, like we're looking right now, drop your binoculars, take out your recurve, knock an arrow, shoot, go back to your binoculars, and you see the arrow hit the bear. That whole process takes about 19 seconds. So you have to actually time your shot. You have to shoot roughly 15 seconds before the bear reaches the spot you want to hit. And yeah, it can be difficult. A lot of times the wind will get you. The bear changes its mind by the time you take your eyes off of it and get back to it again. It goes in a totally different direction than where it's supposed to go. There's all kinds of things can happen to mess this shot up. Once you get it figured out, it's not that bad. The problem is the months involved in figuring it out. The bears, I haven't kept an exact count, but there are many different paths that bears can take while they're around a food barrel. You try to learn them, watch the body language of the bear, and you kind of get an idea of which ones you can shoot and which ones would be a waste of time. So that's the way you do it. Just pick that shot. I heard an ibex in the background there. Got one of those yesterday at 209 meters with a recurve. Anyway, back to the bears. You pick watch the body movement. You pick out the one that you think's going to go to the barrel. You time your shot, and you let it fly. I know you can probably, if you're watching, you can see I shot a tracer so we could see the the shot easier. If you'll notice, just to the right of the barrel, you'll see a tracer sticking in the ground. Uh, when the next cloud comes over, if you look real close, you may be able to see it now. That tracer is not there. It's actually in the bear. When you hit a bear or any other animal with a tracer arrow, that lighted knock stays at the spot that that animal went out of render. So where you see that tracer is where that bear went out of render. It'll disappear when we walk down there, which we're going to do here in a few minutes, but that's an indication. If you shoot an animal and you're tracking him and you look up and see that tracer in front of you in the air, you haven't found your animal. You've just found the last place he was when he went out of render. That's what happens there. I don't even know whether I may have been muted there. That was just a little FYI. You can see it's still going. The tracer's still lit. There comes a bear into view. We might get to do this again. One never knows. He makes the right steps. Now, see, he's gonna walk all the way across to the left and go out of sight most likely. No, see, make a liar out of me. Stop and turn around. That's the way they do. He's going to wander around in the trees here for a little while. Maybe turn around and go back out. I don't know. You can't see it, but there's a bear at the barrel right now. The reason I know this is because I've got a buddy of mine sitting down at the bottom of the hill. He's about 100 meters away, watching them through binoculars. And there's a male, 17 to 23, down there roaming around. And this bear that just came up here and walked in the woods, he may walk back out and go back down. Just kind of waiting to see if my shot bear come back. Bears will always, unless they're mortally wounded, if they have a body shot, they will come back to the barrel. If they're mortally wounded, they'll either die a few feet away or they'll die on their way back to the barrel. I don't know which is going to happen with this one. He could be dead already. But your best case scenario is to wait. Just like you would if you were in the woods actually hunting in real life. You don't want to jump down and go tearing after an animal you've shot. Unless, of course, you can see him go down, and then you still want to wait a few minutes. Make sure that animal has time to die. I'm going to give him another 4 or 5 minutes, so just hang with me. We'll see what happens here. There comes another one into view. See how far up they have to come? That's quite a ways from that barrel, actually. Then you got to wait for them to turn around and make that trip back down. That's the hard part, getting them to make the trip back down. The reason I decided to do this today, I hunted yesterday. I actually set the new record yesterday for a long shot in a game of 352.7 meters. I did that with a recurve. Oh, about an hour later, I did it again. This time it was 352.3 meters. So I decided to start today and see if I couldn't make us a video of the long shot. Everybody's been wanting me to show them the video of the long shot. So I thought maybe today I would see if I could get it on video. I don't see how he's still walking, but he is. My buddy tells me that my bear has come back to the barrel. I can't see him, but he's back there walking around with an arrow stuck in his back. Should be just a matter of time before he lays down. So we're going to sit here and wait, finish our dinner, wait for this bear to lay down. Okay, he's laid down. We're going to, wait a minute. Yep. We're going to do a little travel to a tent. We're going to take us a little trip up the river. See if we can find our bear. And take our time. He wasn't dead yet, but he was laid down, so we're going to take our time here and wander on. I see my buddy went to the tent too. He'll probably stay up there. Red stag. That extra pair of eyes at the bottom of the hill makes it a whole lot easier to sit up there for hours on end, not seeing anything. Just knowing that there's something there that could come your way makes that a whole lot easier deal. As far as the shot goes, it's no secret to where it's at. Everybody's shooting the same place. The deal is everybody's not shooting with a recurve. Most of them are shooting with a rifle. And the rifle pretty much limits how far you can shoot because the bears go out of render before they can get in the crosshairs. With the recurve, oh, there goes that stag. With the recurve, there's such an arch that you don't have to worry much about the situation with the crosshairs. I'm kind of excited to see what this one turns out to be. Could be longer yet than one from yesterday. If it's even close, it's going to be good, but it would be nice if it was a little bit longer. And I think I see him right there. Yes, sir, anybody? There he is. That's what we wanted to see. Y'all going over. Y'all been waiting long enough for this. Oh, look at the bears go. Run, bears, run. Okie dokie. Here we are. Moment of truth. There's Mr. Bear. Ah, this one was short. It's only 352.6. Almost 352.7. That's not too shabby of a long shot, though. Not going to bore you guys with the trophy shot. Going to end it right here. You got to see the shot. You got to see the distance. You got to see how it's done. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.